Yeah, I know I'm late to the party, but we're going to talk about the Cheesecake Factory girl and my thoughts. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Coming up next on What's Your Opinion? And welcome back to What's Your Opinion? My name is Curtis. You already know. What do I say? If you like the video, give it a like. I appreciate it. YouTube appreciates it. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss another video. And today, we're going to talk about the Cheesecake Factory girl and my thoughts on it. Obviously, I've seen this video out for a while. And I've had my thoughts on it, but I've never shared it until now. So, without any further.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
Okay. First things first. This female delusion is real. It's real. See, I'm just gonna be honest. This is such a turnoff. Beautiful women are a dime a dozen. You're not special because you think you're pretty. And when you project yourself like that, you just become very unpretty and unbearable, quite frankly. I don't know why, and I know a lot of females who think they're really special. You're not special. You want this man to go all out on a first date? But yet you got this criteria. I don't know you well enough for this. I don't know you well enough for that. But you well enough to spend his money. There's levels to this. I don't know what delusion or who taught you this, or you think that you more than what you really are. But there has to be a level of respect. And I don't see any at this point. Let's continue.
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
She really thinks she's somebody.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I
At the
went
Cheesecake
into this
Factory?
date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
Let me just say this first. She talked about respect. You didn't even give him enough respect to even look at him when he's talking to you. You act like you like he's just some sideshow acting in your television show or something. But we'll continue because logic is out the window already.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with
Correct.
on a first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well, I mean, like even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't know
and
you.
I can
yet.
respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're
know
not there
yet.
Okay,
I don't know yet.
and then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
but
I got myself all made
There's
up.
nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well look at
Look
at my plan where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him. Call him.
No,
What do you mean no?
see,
I
I
know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m. Right?
Mm.
And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs.
I understand.
For an hour, right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
That is not possible.
And that's why I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria.
Thank you. Thank you. You ever notice how she's saying, I don't know you well enough. I don't know you for this. I don't know you for that. You can't hold my hand. You can't do any of that. But you're supposed to take me to a 5-star restaurant. I mean, I don't even really think I need to explain. I don't care if you're a female watching this. If you think like that, good luck to you. Good luck to you. She's walking around like she's the most beautiful thing. She's special. You got fake hair. You got fake lashes. We don't really know what the hell you actually look like. And you talking like you God's gift to the world. This should be a lesson for any single woman out there. This is exactly how you remain single. When you don't live in reality, you don't operate in the real world. And you look at men as if they're free, if they're some kind of commodity for you just to use. You are not the most beautiful woman in the world. Like I said earlier, that's a dime a dozen. Being pretty is not special anymore. Sorry. It's just not. Since the advent of social media and the internet, being pretty is not some miraculous thing that men are just going to fall over themselves. Well, let me rephrase that. The men that you want won't fall all over themselves because you're pretty. That's not special to those men. The men that you don't want, sure, no, they would never take you. They would spend their last dime, spend their rent money, their car payment to take you out to a 5-star restaurant. Because in that scenario, you would be the prize. She thinks she's the prize here. And yeah, rude awakening. You're not. Let's go.
Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been.
Okay.
But
Rude.
if we're late, I told you
weren't
twice.
late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be.
Oh.
And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot and waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that,
No.
equivalent to that? I
literally
you don't
said-
understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die.
Not worth it.
That's
At all.
embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for dinner.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no,
Yes.
he didn't.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
If I don't feel respected, I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Here's another thing too. So he says, I'm going to respectfully drive you back home. He's nicer than I would have been. She would have been looking for an Uber. You can say what you want about me. There's no way I would have drove her home. She would have been out and about right there. Kick rocks. You don't have enough respect for this man. You came down an hour late. They missed the reservation, which is why they wound up at the Cheesecake Factory. And she thinks you could just go to these high-level restaurants and just get a reservation like nothing. She has no respect for him. She has no respect for his time. She thinks the world revolves around her. So of course she was shocked that I'm gonna take you home. He's a nicer guy than I would have been. You would have been hitting the bus, like you said. You would have got an Uber. You would have did something other than be in my car. Respect should be a mutual thing, especially when we're at that stage when we're getting to know each other. And you can't respect my time. You have no respect for my time or resources. Then I have no time for you. That's how I look at it. Let's continue.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand
Now
that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have.
Look how she's saying I'm willing to compromise as if she's doing him some favor. I mean, you can't be serious. You cannot be at her age. She's not like a young chick. You can't be that age and be that stupid and that delusional. I mean, mental health is real, man. You got to get help, man.
A lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
So
my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
Nice guy.
All right, whatever. Well,
Nicer than Curtis.
I mean, I guess I understand. You got to do what you got to do.
Damn right.
I understand where you're coming from.
Hey, that's that. Here's another thing too. When I talked about respecting his time, he confirmed with her the night before and earlier that morning he was going to be there at 4 p.m. She didn't even have the decency or the respect. That would have been a red flag to me in the beginning. When I see you can't be punctual, you can't respect my time. He waited for an hour. I would have never waited for an hour. I would have never waited for an hour, especially the fact that you didn't have the decency to at least give me a call and say, hey, something happened at work or, whatever the case may be. You knew he was down there and you left him sitting there for an hour, and then you come down and you do what we saw you do in the video. This would have been as short a date as you could possibly have. This video would have lasted longer than the date if that were me. I don't have time for that. Listen, you're going to get to know somebody. Don't talk about how you all this and acting like you so beautiful when, like I said, you got the lashes, you got the fake hair. We don't know what the hell you look like. You got the makeup on, but you expect him to be real. You expect him to be straight out when you can't even do the same thing. Did you ever notice how with some of these women, equality is only good when it's convenient? She wants to be courted. She gets courted. You know what? Then court your ass out of my car. because that's exactly what you would have got. That's all I got to say about this video. Thanks for watching. Drop your opinions in the comments below, and I will talk to you on the next What's Your Opinion. Peace.